Howdy. Hello.
We're on video.
Look at us. We are in season 3 of the Real Mother-Daughter podcast. And we are so excited. This season is all about travel and being frugal.
It's summer.
It's called Tales of the Two of Us. But we added a frugality component.
If you listen to the last episode, which all of our episodes are on YouTube now.
YT, we're right here on YouTube.
We out here.
So you can check that out. You can check us out on Spotify,
Apple Podcasts, blah, 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 blah,
iHeart what?
Yes, iHeartRadio, Amazon.
Yep. We're all over the place. You know how we do. Okay. This first episode, well, the first episode we did was base. It was episode 0, which was sort of the base for our frugality. We're going to share with you our travel and the frugal things we did to travel and the great deals we got along the way. Can I tell you? Get ready for this episode.
Period.
We're finna talk about Museum of the
Bible.
Come on now. And the people said, Amen. Okay, here we go. So we made this trip for Thanksgiving to visit my sister and her family in Maryland. They live just outside Baltimore. So we took my Hyundai Elantra, which has a fat trunk, can I tell you?
Small car.
It was Noelle, me, and my parents, mom and dad, a.k.a. her grandparents.
Grandparentals.
Yep, and we left on a Wednesday? Thanksgiving was Thursday. We left on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And came home on Sunday.
Yeah.
We stayed in a hotel while we were there. Found a great deal for a hotel.
Yeah.
And we traveled up with them. Okay, let's talk about the food on the trip. First of all, the trip was easy going up.
It really was.
We left at like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Knoxville, stopped at a McDonald's so Dad could have his coffee.
We stopped in Bristol.
No, we stopped at just outside Knoxville for Dad to get his coffee.
Oh, and then we stopped in Bristol.
Yes. Okay, sorry. My phone is dinging.
It's her siblings.
Yes, my crazy siblings. So we got his coffee and all of that. I drove. And when I say I drove the whole way. It's a great way for me to get some exercise in my feet, especially, and my legs moving.
It's great times for me to take a nap.
My feet do remember how to do this, even though I can't really feel it, but I know they're doing it. All right, so I drove up, and on the way, we decided, because we're eating carnivore, we were like, okay, how are we going to do this? So before we went on the trip, what did we do?
We have a Costco membership. We went and got ground beef. And the morning of, she cooked the ground beef. Mm-hmm. We got this, like,
big fat Ozark
stainless
Trail
steel canteen thing. And
sorry, a big fat one. It's like large.
Yes, and it
was on clearance.
We filled it up, and we took it up. It kept everything hot. We didn't do the canister thing. That was Virginia. We didn't have that yet.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. We didn't take ground beef up.
We didn't?
No. We took it up to Virginia. We took charcuterie bowls.
Did we?
Yeah. And we took stuff for sandwiches. Well, like, we took ham and stuff.
Because Mom and Dad got hot dogs at Speedway.
Yeah.
Remember? Did we take sandwiches?
We took stuff for sandwiches.
We did take that thing to Virginia, but I thought we already had it.
No.
Oh, okay. So we did not do that.
We were wrong.
We were wrong. That's our Virginia trip. That's another trip altogether.
Yeah.
So Maryland, we took food.
We took charcuterie bowls.
Yes, and we took food in a cooler.
Yeah. Because the way we travel is we don't spend money while we're traveling.
Right.
We try not to, at least.
Yeah, we try not to. Because, fast food, first of all, it's terrible for you. Second of all, it's expensive. If you're going to do all of that, and it's expensive to do that. So we travel with stuff for sandwiches. We travel with, and of course, I just ate the meat. So, like, we traveled with salami. We traveled with pepperoni.
Ham.
Ham.
Turkey.
all those things.
Yeah, because that's when I accidentally bought honey ham instead of Black Forest.
That's right.
Ham.
Yes, that is correct. And then we buy like a 0-calorie yogurt or zero sugar? Zero sugar yogurt and things like that. And so we took that food. Mom and Dad just ate as we went, but we do things a little bit differently. And I don't eat a lot. Like when I say I don't eat a lot, I
like 1 to 2 meals a day.
And not even a full meal like for a normal human. I don't even eat. I just don't eat a lot. I've lost 50 pounds since September the 21st. So, and this is funny, but I can see it right there. Can you see the difference in my body?
Yeah.
Just looking at that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're seeing that. Okay, so when we went up to, let's just get past that. So that's how we save money on food going up. And then the hotel was very inexpensive.
Yeah.
Considering especially, I was able to take a shower in that hotel.
Yeah.
I was able to get in and out very easily. It was a lot of room for us. And it was great. Domino's misbehaving. And we had the best time. We went to my sister's, had a great time. Went to their church. We drove around to different places that they showed us.
We went shopping.
But listen, we had Thanksgiving. Then on, was it Friday or Saturday? It was Friday. Friday.
We drove down. They only live an hour from D.C.
An hour from D.C.
And
we drove to
Museum of the Bible.
You guys.
Hey,
you guys. Okay, first of all, Noelle paid to get in. It was $24?
Yeah.
Come to find out,
I could have gotten in for free.
I did not have to pay for it.
Because pastors/ministers get in for free.
And they so do their families.
Yeah, and they get all the, attractions.
Yeah. So, you guys, I don't have my bracelet on. We went through this virtual tour right off the...
Yes, it was the Old Testament.
Because the New Testament was on the way out.
Yeah. It was incredible.
You guys.
Very handicap accessible.
Yes.
Very handicap accessible. Beautiful, decorated for Christmas.
It was beautiful.
The graphics.
Oh my gosh.
Their graphics team.
The technology and the graphics. The technology was insane.
Yeah.
Okay? Noelle and I highly recommend it, and we plan to go back. We stayed longer than everybody else.
We did.
Because we drove our car separately.
Yeah.
So we could stay longer. We knew we wanted to explore this.
Yeah.
They have a replica of the Megiddo mosaic.
As one of their, exhibits.
They have exhibits of all of these different Bibles.
Yeah.
They have a Catholic room. Do you remember that? They had a Catholic room. Creation.
All Creation Sings. It's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool. You can't even explain what happens.
Come on now.
It's so you just had to be there. It is so
high tech.
You just had to be there.
So you can go to the wall as the thing is going, and you can touch the wall, and it responds to you.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
We also ate there, and it was a good lunch. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, we had pizza.
It wasn't bad. It was a good lunch at a good price.
Yeah.
And it's very intense.
I thought your arm was Domino for a second.
No.
It was very intense. My little grandfather cried through the whole thing. She cried a lot.
It was so moving.
It really was.
And,
and we didn't even get to everything.
We didn't, we could have been there for 3 days. Easily.
Yeah.
Because we like to read. We like to see. We walked through this one, the one that had the different people that were dressed up as in the Bible.
Yes, Nazareth.
It was so neat because they did the Sea and Sea of Galilee, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
It was, you guys.
They did a dramatization of the Road to Emmaus. She bawled her eyes out.
Oh my goodness. They're walking along with Jesus and they have no idea who he is.
Yeah.
And then he's like there, and then they're like he opens their eyes and they're like, oh snap.
And then he's like, poof.
He's like, see ya. And they're like, didn't our hearts burn within us? And we're all like, ah,
I was fine.
And okay, I was not fine. All right. And it was so moving. And let me tell you, if you have a family, this is a fantastic place to go for the family.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
The location is beautiful. Is your nose itching?
Yes.
Is that itching on the inside?
Yeah.
Can I see?
No. No.
Okay, so we thoroughly enjoyed it. The drive back was easy.
Yeah.
And where it is in D.C. is great because you can see all kinds of stuff from right where you... She has the hiccups now.
Sorry.
What? Okay, see if that works. I doubt it.
No, probably not.
I can pull your hair. So that's to help. We are so we are so out there. We're so out there. Oh my gosh.
It's
okay.
so late.
I'm sorry. Anyway, it was a wonderful time. We will definitely go again.
I'm going through it.
This is such a real episode. Like, you all have no idea. She is sitting here with intense hiccups right now.
Oh.
Anyway, we highly recommend
Highly recommend. Was that the only trip we were talking about today?
I think so.
Because we're only at 12 minutes.
And Abingdon. We could talk about Colonial Williamsburg.
We can talk about our Virginia adventures.
You guys. Okay, yes.
Yes, because that'll take up... Because we've got...
Or do you want to talk about England?
No, that takes a whole episode.
Okay.
That takes a whole episode. We've got intense discussion. We've got people delegating things last minute. We've got travel mishaps. We've got...
Nonsense.
Okay, Virginia...
For the season?
No, for Virginia. Virginia. So the first time... Okay.
In other words, we out in the weeds. We out in the weeds.
We out in the weeds.
We caught in the weeds somewhere, trying to drown.
So, we go back to August of 2020. COVID is running amok.
A day that shall live
I am home. It is a week and a half before school starts. Dear, we get a text from this woman's best friend.
Hey, bestie.
And he says, why don't y'all come to Virginia? She had already been a couple of times to sing in their programs. Left me home by myself. Because I had school. Anyway, ew. And she was like, why not? We're doing church virtually. We don't got anything to do. She doesn't move back for another week and a half. Let's do it. So we go up like the week before school starts. We spend a week and a couple of days there. We have the best time goofing off.
We had so much fun.
I had met these guys when I was 15 at an assembly. So I've known of them for a while. But this was when like I actually finally got to like know them a little bit. Met my besties for the resties. Met the people who were, the girls who were gonna become like little sisters to me.
And still are.
And still are my little sisters. I love them dearly. There was the Music Monday where everything crashed.
Cried laughing. You guys, when I tell you we cracked up.
Oh my gosh.
The level of humor and laughter.
And we were in the gym.
And shenaniganizing.
We were in the gym because they were doing renovations to their sanctuary.
Yep.
So there was that. We went to Virginia Beach. We did church from the choir room. We did church from Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
We sang with them that Sunday.
Yep.
It was a good time. And then later that year in December, we went to sing in their Christmas program. We get there the week before because Mom was decorating. Mom's bestie goes, hey, Noelle, do you want to sing this song? A song you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Sung by the Taranda Green.
Oh, my goodness. Taranda.
Do you think you could pull this off? Oh, by the way, It's a solo. And it's also the concert opener.
And you have to sing it for each performance. There were 2 performances that year, weren't there? Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Was it my best? No.
It was great. I know because I have video evidence.
True, it is on the internet. I did post it on my singing account. So I sang Would It Still Be Christmas by Taranda Green with the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. It was a great old time. Had a very fun and fresh time. Got to know the peoples a lot more. Nothing really like mind-boggling came out of that trip.
No, but
that I remember.
The trip that we want to talk about after that, we've been back several times.
Yes.
Last time we went, however.
So the Black Friday, this past Black Friday, Mom saw somewhere that Colonial Williamsburg was having an incredible sale on their season passes.
Buy one, get one free.
So you know what we did?
They were half price, really.
We bought one and we got one free.
Yep.
Girl math. So this last time...
we were like, we're going to go to Virginia at some point. Let's go ahead and get them. And it'd cost us twice the price.
Yeah.
$70-something.
So when we went to Virginia this past time in December, we had these season passes. And that was when we did the ground beef taco thing.
Yes, we did.
That's when we did it.
So that was very much a savor trip.
It was because we ate on that the whole trip.
We ate on it quite a bit. Yeah, we had that because that thermos is large.
It's large and in charge.
And we had a microwave in our room, so we took plates and everything with us.
Yep.
And we would just heat it up, and then we had like extra stuff we could have with it, like
cheese,
extra taco seasoning, cheese, all sorts of stuff.
So the week before we go, Bestie's on the phone with Mom and I'm in the car and it's on speaker and he goes, "Hey Noelle,
do you think you can sing?
You can sing this song for the concert and it be an opener and it's a solo, but this time you do know the song." I knew the song already.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Once Again by Brooklyn Tab featuring Nicole Binion, my queen. Anyway, can you tell it's a pattern? I'm not mad about it though.
Yeah.
So we went, did the concert. It was great. Had a fun and fresh time. Got to see all my peoples. And then we took a day, because we drove. Mm-hmm. And we got a hotel closer to Williamsburg. And we went and we toured the governor's house.
Oh my goodness. Colonial Williamsburg, first of all, it was raining.
It was raining.
But it wasn't bad rain. It was just like,
misting more
than anything. It's gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
The problem with it was for me in a wheelchair, and Noelle, poor Noelle, I was still quite weak. I'm much stronger now.
Yeah, she is.
But I was very weak then, so it was hard for me to get around on those cobblestones. They were complicated.
Cobblestone is the worst.
Yep, it was hard. And I couldn't go into a lot of places or go up the stairs or anything like that, so I was limited on what I could see, but I still just enjoyed it.
We enjoyed it a lot.
Noelle was it ginger ale?
The best ginger ale I have ever drank.
And we got stuff for Mom and Dad, and we had
a ball.
Most fun. We saw is it a diorama? Is that what it's called? There was that. Yes. We took pictures. I took all kinds of pictures of her.
Yeah.
We took a few pictures of me. We went to the gift shop, didn't we?
Yes.
And they had the cutest stuff.
We had also the cafe, yeah.
Yes, and the food there was great and
it was
cheap.
Really good.
It was cheap.
Yes.
Cafe and
it
all
was
that.
Really good food. Really good price.
Yes. And
for the food.
Then we had a disappointing dining experience afterwards. Didn't we? Did we not go to try to go to that buffet afterwards?
We went to Golden Corral.
Was that before or after?
That was after.
And remember, it was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
It wasn't good.
But Golden Corral hasn't been hitting for a while, though.
But we were like, all you can eat. We can get as much meat as we want.
Yeah.
But it was like barely warm. And
yeah.
It was really... It was... If mediocre can be extreme, it was extremely mediocre. And Domino's happy and excited, so she's zooming.
Beginning to zoom.
But
So,
I would absolutely recommend Williamsburg to anybody.
Yeah.
Colonial
It's a fun time. And then we drove back. And now, the story we've all been waiting for. I went back to Virginia in April. Sorry. My brain died for a second.
She glitched.
A week before finals.
There was a glitch in the Matrix.
A week before finals.
A week before finals, mind you.
Was this the smartest decision? No.
Was her mother happy?
No. So, I get there.
The week before finals of the senior year where she's about to graduate.
So, I get there.
After being in college for 97 years. Continue.
Shade E. I won't go into depth about things that happened during the trip. It was a fine, lovely trip. I got to see my people.
However, the trip home
was
doing the most.
Okay. Mistake number 1. I flew American. Mistake number 2. I flew through Charlotte.
No. Charlotte was great. That was on the way there.
Well, Charlotte was great on the way there. Charlotte was not great on the way back.
You came through Washington.
No. Hold on. I'll get there.
Okay.
My flight to Virginia was great. Go from Chattanooga to Charlotte to Norfolk. Dandy. My flight back, I get to the airport. We're delayed by like 45 minutes. I look, my layover is like 30 minutes. I'm gonna miss my flight. All flights were grounded in D.C. because there was a lot of traffic on the ground, blah, blah, blah. Mom's like, you're gonna make it. And I'm like,
just run.
No, I'm not. So I get to D.C. D.C.'s a lovely airport. Reagan International, love it. Would recommend spending time in it. I have to go from the D gates to the E gates, which is down a really long hallway, down another really long hallway to my gate, okay? I get there, ghost town. Boarding closed. I'm not going home. And it didn't give me the option to rebook my flight in Virginia. Flight's closed. I rebooked my flight for the next day, okay? I was ecstatic to spend the night in an airport, okay? I've never done it before. And I was excited to people watch. I had P.F. Chang's. P.F. Chang's is disgusting. I don't know how they're still in business. All you people who go to P.F. Chang's are delusional and are living in denial. No. Denial is a river in Egypt, okay? So, I'm texting my people in Virginia, and I'm like, hey, excited to spend the night in the airport. And they're like, haha, just kidding, we're getting you a hotel room. I'm like, okay. So, I get to my hotel room. It's very bougie. It's very nice. My name was on the TV and everything. I had a great night's sleep. I had to wake up at 2 in the morning because my flight was leaving at 5 a.m.
And she had to get through T-Dot.
And I had to get through
T-Dot.
I had to get through TSA. So I booked my Uber the night before because Lord knows I would not remember to book it the morning Uber was $50. I don't want to talk about it. So I get in my Uber because Uber wants you to get there 2 hours before your flight. So I wake up at 2 to get my Uber at 3. I get to the airport. TSA doesn't open till 4 a.m. I could have slept in. So I sit there for an hour. I'm one of the first people in line in TSA, which is great. So my flight boards at 4:30, so I walk to my gate. I grab a little Starbucks, something to eat, something to drink. And so I get on my flight. I get to Charlotte. I go to my gate. Flight delayed by an hour. Gate's been moved to the other side of the airport.
Mind you, I'm in school.
It's the last day of classes. I was supposed to be home Monday at 6 p.m. My first class, I thought was supposed to be at 9:15 on Tuesday morning, got canceled, thank the Lord. My next class was at 11:45. I was like, I am not missing my last day of ministry of prayer. So I'm in the airport. It's like 8-something in the morning now. My flight's been delayed by an hour. I'm in Charlotte. Charlotte, when I find you. So then it was delayed by like another 15 or 30 minutes or something. And there was a lady sitting next to me. We were like, are we ever getting on this flight? Eventually we did. There was like some maintenance issues, whatever. So I get on the flight and I get home at 10:15 a.m. for my 11:45 class. Mom drives me from Chattanooga to Cleveland. We pick up Chick-fil-A on the way. It was a grand old time. Never doing it again. I will say, though, in my years of traveling...
She made it to class.
I did make it to class.
And so did I.
In my few years of flying, I have never had this experience. So this was a first for me.
I have.
And I went to all my classes, did not skip one, and I went home and crashed.
That day.
Bad.
She skipped Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Okay? So we're going to clear that up right now. Because this individual took note. You see what I'm saying? Don't let her fool you. Don't let the smooth taste over here fool you. She missed 4 days of classes. However, she did still graduate and had the best grade of her college career.
I did.
Best GPA
I
that
did.
semester.
So, that was my recent mishap of
Harrowing experience.
Truly harrowing.
And it was harrowing for me too. Let me just point that out.
And it was tiny airplanes, which I don't mind. Like, I'm fine with. But I was like, you couldn't have at least upgraded me, like, for my trauma? Like, I'm traumatized. Our friend that works at the church, she's the administrator of the church. She called me. She was like, because I documented all of this on my Instagram stories.
Yep.
She said, I kept watching your stories and it just somehow kept getting worse. And she was like, I would be bawling my eyes.
I love you, Liz.
Right now. And I was like, if something else happens to me, I will be. I'll be screaming, Mommy, come pick me up.
I was ready to drive to get her.
She was, because she thought my flight home was flying through Charlotte originally.
It wasn't.
But it wasn't. It was flying through D.C. And I was like, girl, you can't make it. Like,
I was willing to go, but I would have made it. I would have gotten there.
My idea was I was just going to take a train to, like, Raleigh from D.C. and have Mom come pick me up.
Yeah.
That was my, like, original plan. But
yeah, and we had class so this was on Tuesday. Yeah. I had 4 classes on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I would have had to miss my Tuesday class.
Yeah. So it all worked out.
Class.
It all worked out. Everything's fine.
And let me just tell you, if you would like to know how to increase your prayer life,
fly American.
No, let your child fly American Airlines.
Mom was like, "Are you praying?"
Your prayer life will go from here to here. Can I just tell
I'm gonna
you?
be so real. Mom was like, "Are you praying at all?" And I was like, "Not hard enough."
Clearly. And I clearly wasn't either because. But you know what? It was an opportunity for her to see how things work.
Yeah.
What she can do, because like she was like, I said, go to the counter. She was like, I don't really want to go to the counter, Mom. I don't know.
Well, there was nobody there.
I don't know how to. No, you didn't want to go talk to anybody.
Well,
she wanted to do everything on her phone.
Well, they automatically.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, because.
No, I'm not wrong.
They gave you. No, you're not wrong because they gave me the option to rebook within the app, but it wouldn't let me rebook, and I think it's because Bestie went in and rebooked for me, is my conspiracy theory. because I kept choosing flights, and it was like, you're not able to. And then when I finally, like, when it fully refreshed, I had a new flight. So, there we go.
And she didn't want to go up to the counter and talk to the people.
No, because I don't know how these people in DCB
You don't know how to... you don't go up and talk to anybody.
No.
So this is an issue that I truly have. We need to teach these young people how to talk to people. Noelle's fine with talking to people once she gets started.
Yeah, it's
she
the
just doesn't want to
starting.
start.
It's the starting. I'll talk your ear off.
But, you know, me, I'm up at the counter like, hey,
bestie.
Look here. Y'all messed up my flight. What y'all finna do? Anyway, this has been a really weird episode. It's number 1. Thank God it's over.
Thank God. Thank God I'm home.
Thank the Lord it's over.
Thank God we're going back to Virginia in June.
Yes, we are. And we're going back to Maryland this weekend. My nephews are graduating. And we are going. It's myself, Mom and Dad, Noelle, my brother Adrian, his wife Tracy, and his wife, their daughter Tess. And then my brother John and his wife Terry. So we are fit. What is Domino looking like that for? What is
what is the deal?
Anyway, so I'm going to end this the way I think we ought to end this season.
Oh, no.
Happy trails to you. See you in the next episode.
Bye.